Welcome back, everyone, to Piney Plays the Duergar, where today we are going to be running the final dungeon in the Borderlands, and that is Total Chaos. And I think that the thatching on this roof leaves a little bit to be desired because it's not keeping the rain out perfectly. But whatever is the case, before we head out, I want to take care of a couple of enhancements because we gained 2 enhancement points in the last episode. So I'm just going to throw them into my. Actually, let's see. +1 armor class and armor maximum dexterity. Ooh. Yeah. Forge Apprentice. You gain proficiency with hand axes, light picks, and light hammers, throwing I'm currently using a light pick. I guess I must get proficiency with light picks just from being a ranger, so therefore that's not particularly useful for me. So I will, if I just up the AC a little bit, and then we head out. I've arrived at the Temple of Evil Chaos, and let's bring in the cleric. I do not fear. If you become wounded, I will help you. Well, that's why you're here. Dryad Will-O-Wisp. Will-O-Wisp. Alright. Someone was creative in naming her, that's for sure. Alright, so let's slay most of the cultists.
Whispery voices and scraping sounds announce the presence of undead. Be free. Life is meaningless.
Do not listen.
Find purpose.
Out.
Free will is an illusion.
Yeah, alright, so let's... Last adventure we were using the large option. This time let's try the small option. Let's start out by going against a couple of cultists. What I need are a couple of skills here because I have... Okay, I do have this trip skill. Maybe I should move the trip skill to position 1 and use it as a regular skill in my combat because I haven't been using it. I tend to use the skills 1 to 3 more than in the others. So if I expect to want to use it on the fly in combat, I would have to put it into one of those 3 positions. There we go. Alright, I got 47 seconds. I guess I could just... There's no cost on doing this, so I just say... Oh. Hello. So I could pretty much just at will do the same time I want if I just need to renew the clock on either reducing my size or enlarging my size. But that's locked. That's another one that's going to be locked. Alright, where is the... Hello? That looks locked. Oh. Actually, no, this is the Medusa.
The prisoner in this cell is a Medusa.
You. You don't look stupid enough to be a cultist.
She calls out.
Tell me what you're doing here, and I won't turn you to stone.
Wonderful. Well, I'm not particularly keen on doing that optional. Ah, okay, this is the room I was looking for.
You hear footsteps down below, and a gruff voice calls out. Put them in the manacles, boss. I'll be right over.
I'm sure you will be. Alright, so let's get into this.
A large torturer does a double take. Hey, you're not one of us. What the? The torturer falls, his victims avenged. Will their souls find rest?
Well, I don't know. I was thinking that there is one potential advantage of having a non-standard two-weapon set, and that is maybe having a crushing weapon in one hand and a slicing in the other. With the way we go into skeletons and zombies, there might be an advantage to doing that. And with the world, and in a D&D world, that might actually be something that fits RP-wise also. Okay, so let's go and see if I can find those locked doors. I think we got one this way.
A crawling, broken creature scampers towards you, hissing insults. The white falls, its pitiful existence ended.
Okay. And then let's go to this side. This is the cube, right?
You hear a shuffle, then a strange, slurpy sound coming from
Slurpy.
behind the crates.
Oops.
The sneaky gelatinous cube falls to pieces, its ambition to eat you diced short.
Thank you. Alright, now, I think my current armor I didn't talk about the armor that I'm currently wearing. This dropped in the previous adventure. Actually, it dropped it, I think, in the very first adventure, but it was a level 2 one, so I couldn't put it onto until now. This is acid resistance +3. I think part of me was wondering, okay, what do I need an acid resistance for? Oh, yeah, gelatinous cube! Perfect example of where that could be useful. Let's see. Ooh, quarter stamp, messwork bolts, gems. Well, good for selling. Not good for replacing my weapons. I think we're done in this section of the dungeon, right? So let's head deeper in and see if we could kill some cultists and some undead. And maybe a few other things. Oh yes, and even find whatever we're seeking here. The codex page. I've been emphasizing the codex page in this run through since I've been emphasizing that in some of my other recent playthroughs. I figure we don't have to worry about that, but that is actually a quest objective here. That's a cultist, right? Not Will-O-Wisp. Speaking of Will-O-Wisp, where is she? She probably got stuck in another room somewhere. Alright. Next thing you gotta be careful about NPCs sometimes. They just don't know how to find their way. Oh, do we take the
Unseen
shinies?
voices murmur from the shadows of this chamber.
Take a cigarette.
us with you. Take us away. No, get away. Don't do it.
Take the shinies!
Take the
As you
shinies.
pick up the shiny golden tableware, the murmur of the voices rises to a triumphant chant. One of us. One of us.
Creepy. That's all I gotta say. Alright, there's nothing special here other than what we just took. So let's head over to the next room. Should have no trouble getting through on the final room. When we hit there, we're into the sanctuary, I guess is probably the best word I could think of for the area. And so when we get to the sanctuary, you should have no trouble getting into there because some of those methods you can get into there. So one of them involves solving a puzzle, and another one way through involves having a good search skill. Oh, let's see this way, and it looks like so it's either solve that puzzle there, or and sometimes it's just open and no problem whatsoever. Well, you can get away with that. Yeah. I've never found Trip to be all that successful, at least whenever I try it. When wolves and wargs try it, oh boy, is it successful! Number of times I've been tripped in combat. Alright, let's grab the door. Hello! You didn't think I'd be coming through here, did you? Mostly accomplished. I think I missed a room of cultists or something like that. Well, we could take care of them at the end. Let's take down all the pews here. Now, what if...
Whispery voices call to you.
You shouldn't be here.
What are you doing? Step away from that.
Run! Run, you fool!
Yeah. I know I'm using up ammo. But, I mean, I need some archery practice, right? I'm a ranger. Okay, that's enough archery practice. After all, arrows are... I guess because of the type of... They decided not to have rules on... or have many rules relating to recovery of arrows and the like. So they make it so that you default to having the rule that any arrows that you shoot are lost. Okay, let's see what we got here. I'm gonna guess that I am not going to be able to stop the... You need to have excellent melee skills, be very fast,
The
or have
flame-pulsed
range.
voice turns into a scream and is then cut short.
We're a bloodthirsty hireling, apparently. Alright, well, missing codex. The codex page can be there? You know, I don't think I've ever had seen the codex page in this room, have I? Usually it's either in the treasure room or in one of the cultist rooms or in one of the back rooms. Okay, so I need slay most of the cultists. Okay, so I need to kill at least one more cultist. That's because I skipped one of the rooms on the way over here. When I reached the sanctuary, I decided, oh yeah, I did forget about that, but thought, oh well, they're probably just optional anyway. Apparently, there's one more cultist that is not optional. I once was very, very efficient at killing that cultist there that opens up this room, because if he does start running, he opens up this room as a secret door so you can actually get inside. And I was very, very efficient at killing him as I was here, and had a very, very poor search skill on that character. I didn't intentionally open up that packet. Oh boy. Okay, I didn't mean to open up the Ravenloft packet. Oh well. I guess I'll just have to clear out my inventory again then. Let's see, what do we got here? Oh, some boots. Constitution bonus. Alright, won't argue with that. Constitution bonus there, and balance. Never can argue against balance skill, because I've had too many times where I've been tripped to that. I consider balance skill as one of those necessary skills in order that any proper adventurer should have. Unfortunately, this character, I didn't see that in the list of class skills, so I didn't get it on this character. I have a couple of items to increase it. That gives you some hope, maybe, that I can survive once that trip. Hey, ouch. Maybe there'll be something in the Duergar somewhere that could help save against trips and the like. Alright, so that finishes the adventure from the point of view of the mandatory items. Let's see, we have free, petty, pretty problematic prisoner. Oh, that's the Medusa. Explore all nooks and crannies in the caves. I don't feel it. Assemble the Kobold Shrine, Orc Shrine, Knoll Shrine. I've been avoiding the ability to do that on here. And put the rest all undead guardians of the cursed place. Okay, well, I must have missed. See, because that's the shiny room. I know there's at least another place that I did miss in going through here. See if I can find it. Actually, I think it's up ahead and to the right. Yeah, this goes along a little bit extra. Into around here. Should be another room. And there's some more undead in here. Good. Rebel. Nothing in here. Looks like I do need 2 more exploration points if I really wish to complete that bit. Axe cultist. I presume he's called an axe cultist because he's carrying an axe.
The passage ahead is blocked by a cave-in. About 20 man-months would be enough to dig through it. Or 5 dwarf months, give or take.
Give or take. Man, let's open this up.
You notice an expensive-looking gem embedded in the throne made of human bones.
Well then, let's see. The gem colors interestingly reflects its of the bone setting. Exquisite as it looks, it's not going to pluck itself out. What do you do? Ah, let's do it.
As you pluck out the gem, you hear the soft scraping of bones. The dead rise.
Oh, what a shock. I would never have guessed. Yeah.
The last of the undead guardians of the temple crumples. Will they rise again? Or will they stay down?
Well, that we don't know. Alright, so that leaves... Well, it looks like I did get the last of the nooks and crannies, and I did get the last of the undead. Alright, that's good. And so the only thing that's left, other than the assembly thing, which is not going to happen since I went out of my way to ignore that aspect of the adventure. Maybe I will... What happens if I free the Medusa now that the adventure is pretty much over? That's an interesting question. Alright. I will go and free the prisoner just to find out on that, because I think one of the ideas is that you travel with her, and I don't know, whenever I've done it, she's always betrayed me before the whole thing is over. Me and my diplomacy skill has never been high enough in order to prevent that from happening. Alright, let's see what we can do here. I can pick the lock, which should be doable with my character. Diplomacy. Well, that's an interesting question. Let's see. Okay, diplomacy. If I were to set you free, how would I know that you aren't going to turn me into stone? Okay, try to bluff. Open the lock with ironed key. I've got your key. Shall we go stone some fools? Okay, and so I could either pick the lock or I could use it with the ironed key. Those ankle bracelets really don't go with your hair. And curse you for your insane puns. Die foul for... Oh, what did she say? You don't look like you stupid enough to be a cultist. Tell me what you're doing here and I won't turn you to stone. What's her stupid puns? Okay, fine. I'll just open it. I might as well open it with the iron key.
Freed of her bonds, the Medusa agrees to help you.
Take me to their leader,
She says.
I think it's time for a small chat, face to face.
The Medusa snarls at you.
I'll turn this whole valley to stone if I have to. I am its rightful queen. Serve and be spared, weaklings.
The Medusa falls. Her plans for the valley, good or ill, die with her.
I suppose that since we had already killed the leader, the game says, oh, wait a minute, the leader's dead already. I guess it's time for her to betray you. I guess that's what that was all about. It's usually she doesn't betray me until we're a lot deeper into the adventure. Alright, well, that's it for everything that we can do here, so back to base. Well, what do you have for me? Oh, that's quite a tale. With the cold broken up, maybe we can finally get our things back to normal, right? Okay, physical resist. Okay, shield, no. Quarterstaff, no. Leather armor, no. A ring of swim and diplomacy. Well, currently I got a ring of water breathing. Well, I'll take it. Not sure if I would actually use it. More likely sell it. But I guess that takes care of the Borderlands. Now, I've got one more action point to spend, I think, that we earned for this particular adventure. +1 saving throw. Oh, I'm up to the Duergar shape rank 2. Enlarge, you get plus 3 sonic bonus to damage. With reduce, maximum dodge increases by 6%. Alright, so now we're up to a point where you would get a advantage in offensive strength for one, and you stay with the defensive in the other. So that's starting to get them to diverge, because over here at the first level in here and at the baseline, it was two different defensive ones. I'm wondering, okay, which one is better? But here now, a little offensive power added into the enlarged case. So if I actually ever remember to use it, it will be is now a little bit improved. I think that I'll do a couple of offline quests in there and be ready to put this to a stronger test in Saltmarsh. We return for the next episode of Piney Plays the Duergar.